welcome back. I hope you're doing great. So for today's video we have another movie one. Now I just remember in the last one that I did, pretty sure last Saturday, was Wake Up Dead Man. I was mentioning how there was a movie that I was going to watch that I still haven't watched, but that even my mom was confused by it. And I don't think I ever mentioned the title of it. It is this one, but I don't think I ever mentioned it. I didn't even put the poster or something. I just blanked out on that part. But this is the movie that I was referring to in that video that I was going to watch and haven't watched it. That my mom was confused and I have been seeing that it has a twist and all of that. This is the one that I was talking about. So yeah, we're doing it this Saturday since I watched it and I made notes. I did that because I still wanted to make this video because I have questions about this. I'm not saying this movie is horrible, I just had questions. I do think this movie is pretty good. I just have questions. So, I am talking about The Great Flood. This is a Korean movie. It came out on December of last year. And it is a little less than 2 hours. Now, this is one of those movies that if you miss a little bit of it, like if you're not paying like attention to it, you might get a little bit lost. Because when they explain things, they explain it like very quick. And with details very quick, so if you miss something you get lost after, which I'm pretty sure is what happened to my mom. And even that, I'm still confused about some things, which again I put them down and wrote them so I didn't forget. But it's one of those movies that you kind of have to pay attention a little bit. Like you can put it as a background and do things, but you might get confused if somebody asks you like, what is this about? You know what I mean? Because there's things going on. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what the movie is, as I always do, and then we will talk about my questions and things that I might change to it to maybe make it a little bit more like easier to understand, maybe is the way to put it. Let me tell you about the movie first. We start by meeting Anna and Jane. I butchered this child's name, I'm sorry. I have it written down. I shouldn't know how to pronounce it. I still get confused. But Anna works at the Darwin Center in the AI development part. Now from what I understand, it is in the like emotion engine part of this team, and she's in like one of the developing teams in this engine. Now this whole thing is explained later, but I wanted to tell you what she does because again when they say it, it's like so quick, you're like what? But me saying it now, it's gonna be better for you to kind of understand the story a little bit more. So they're waking up, she's talking on the phone with her mom, if I remember. She's trying to cook. The child is being annoying, honestly, because he wants to swim. And she's like, hey, I'm doing something. But when she looks outside the window, she sees water on her window, so it's like coming up very quickly. So there's this announcement that is happening over the speaker being like, we are having a flood, it is rising very quickly, you need to get to the upper levels. If you're on the down levels, which is where she is, I think she's like the fourth floor. So she decides to pack a suitcase for some reason, and she gets a call from Heejun. He is the security operative at Darwin Center, and he's basically telling her, hey, there's a helicopter that's gonna be in the roof, you need to get there as quickly as you can. I'm gonna go towards you, we will meet and go there, basically. So she just picks up this little bag that I'm guessing what had inside was medicine for a child, and she takes the child and run. Now here's where I started making questions, and this is not even like 20 minutes into the movie, because she is carrying the child, Jane, butchered her name already, I think I'm just gonna keep saying the child, on her back, and she goes towards the stairs. Everybody's stuck there because people don't want to move. So she goes into the other staircase, which is completely empty. The thing is, at some point it's blocked by a lot of things on the staircase. Why? I don't know. Also, why does she try to climb on the edge of the stairs, almost falling off to the water? I don't know, but she does that. Questions already. Why is she always carrying the child on her back? I don't know. The child can walk on their own, so I don't know why. The other set of staircase, however you want to call it, is empty. Has nobody went and checked. Everybody was just holed up on one. Maybe check the other one if there's another one. I don't know. Again, because I feel like if a few more people went to the staircase, they could have probably moved things around a bit to take everything out of the staircase, so they can just go up. I don't know. Again, this might tie it up to the whole thing that I'm gonna say later. Also, another question that I just had, why is she packing a suitcase? Because by the way, the water is rising very quick, so I feel like if I see water rising that quick, I am not doing a suitcase. I am running, like I'm taking the child and running up the stairs as quickly as I can. The child, Jane, I think is how you say it. The child decides to go into the apartment alone. I think it was the woman from the apartment was like, hey, if you need the bathroom, food, you can come in, you don't need to ask, we're here to help each other. I'm pretty sure that's why he went there. I think he needed the bathroom. Thank God Anna sees him get into the apartment, otherwise lost child right there. But she's trying to find the child and all of that. I'm just gonna keep saying the child at this point. And this wave comes, breaks the window, and now they're all on the water. She's able to find Jane. I'm just gonna keep saying the child. But when she wants to like open the door again, they're all on the water. She can. I'm guessing she loses conscious. But Hee-ju does get there in time and is able to get them out of the water and all of that. They're both alive. They're both okay so far. So now it's all three of them. Hee-jun, Anna, and Jane, which is a child. They're going to the rooftop, and this is where Hee-ju and Anna are talking, and she's like, this is salty water, is that normal? And his explanation is, there's an asteroid that hit Antarctica and it melted all the ice, causing the water to rise. Also, this is where we get the explanation of some AI development lab that Anna is part of again, and that they're creating a new mankind. We just get that explanation as well. So there is this other woman called, I put her name somewhere, Hyunmoo, and she has another kid that they're also using to develop the emotion of the child, because this whole thing, what they're doing here is developing the child's emotion, doing all of this. So Anna had one, Hyunmoo had the other one, I think it was a little girl, and they're supposed to take them, but Hyunmoo ran away with the child because she developed very strong emotions for the child. She didn't want anything to happen to the child because she knew what they were going to do to them. So now the next in line is Anna and Jane. I need to separate them. The other teams that are working on this whole thing on developing humans for mankind and all of that already finished, so I'm guessing it's the other engines. They already build the bodies, they have intelligence, they're able to reproduce, they're only missing the emotion part of it, which is this whole thing that they're doing. I'm gonna quick pause here because Hee-ju is annoying. Again, I'm gonna talk about the characters at the end, but he's annoying. He really doesn't believe the emotions are necessary for this whole thing. In a way, I'm guessing that's why he's the way that he is, but he this whole time he's like, this is not important. I'm doing this because they want me to, but I don't care about any of this, because as long as we have intelligence and be able to reproduce, I don't think we need emotions. And I'm guessing that's why he's the way that he is, but still he's kind of annoying throughout this whole movie. We get some kind of explosions that they need to get into an apartment because the child need to go to the bathroom, and we get an explosion, gas leak, I think it was. So they decide the best thing is to climb to the top, the next floor by the balcony outside. So you have the balcony here, they're like climbing up there. So he goes up, Hee-ju goes up, and Anna goes in the rail and is trying to push up the child so he can take it, but the child doesn't want to let her go. Again, like, my child, I understand the whole thing is building his emotions, but also I feel like the child needs to learn how to grasp the situations. I think that's also very important. So it's like, oh, if I don't let go of my mom right now, we're both going to die. Maybe I should let her go so he can catch me and she can go up. I don't know, I just think that's also very important that he knows. Either way, the point is, he's able to catch the child. She falls to the water and she's like, don't worry, I'll catch you. She goes, she tries to save a kid that is stuck in an elevator. It doesn't work again. The water is rising quick. She almost dies trying to do that. And again, you have a child on the top floor that cannot be without you a second. The water is rising quick. I don't think it was the best decision, but again, I understand the whole thing is her trying to save this child because it is a child at the end of the day. I understand it, but she's able to get to Heejun and Jane, the child. So, Jane is sick. The child even faints and all of that. She is looking for medicine, and Heejun is like, hey, I don't know why you're doing all this. Like, you can just like shut him down and run the backup and you can restore everything. Isn't the point of the motion? I'm guessing if the backup restarts, you know, the child will restore with the emotions and everything, but still, I don't think that would be a good idea because that can go wrong, you know. But again, it'll be fine. I find it risky, but I understand what he said. I think what the child has is low blood sugar because she's like mixing juice with something that I'm guessing is either salt or sugar. So I think it's just low blood sugar what the child has. I'm pretty sure, but the child is fine. All of a sudden the sun is out, by the way. The sun is out, the sky is clear, it is blue, everything is good, and then everything gets horrible again while they're talking. And again, I keep asking myself, I don't think this is a good time to speak because you're trying to get to the roof. So maybe use this time that looks clear to run to the roof and not just stay there and talk just because it's clear. Like, anything can change in a second. That's something that I have learned. So again, I know I'm trying to find a little bit of logic into this, but that is just how my brain works when I see things. But either way, after some more running, they came to the rooftop. The helicopter is there, and he just starts to read things, which I wrote word by word. He says, I wrote it down. It's like a statement of a thing. It says, 1, the place is committed to doing everything to save Human Station. 2, she has been appointed and will go back to complete the emotion engine. And 3, she will cooperate. So a couple of things here. Again, they did Anna to make another emotion engine, so that's why they're taking the child, because he turned out so well. They are kind of trusting her to make it again. 2, they kill Heejun, and I never understood why. There's a guy that tells her, hey, we are all supposed to die here except you. It doesn't make sense, but okay. And also, the other thing that happens is when they get into the helicopter, this whole time they have the child apart and they're like shaving the head and all of that. And when she gets into the helicopter with like 2 more guys, they get the child's brain. It is in a case, like a glass case, and it says newborn 77. I don't know why I think 77 is like, yeah, you tried this so many times, this is the one that worked. Now we get again more explanation, which I feel like when this whole part of the helicopter happens and we get to this explanation, is like the second part of this movie. I feel like we get explanation of this whole Iceland lab that are using to make the humans, essentially. The Great Flood happened and humankind went kind of extinct, so they released these 7 things. I say things because 1, I didn't write what it is, and 2, I didn't catch how they were calling it, but I'm saying things. They launched these things, but it was 7 into space. Only 1 survived, which I'm guessing is the one that they're showing where everybody is. Anna and some other guys are there, and they have been using AI to make humans, but they need emotion. So they use this whole thing to create the child emotion part with Jane, and now they need to make the mother with the emotions. I'm reading all this because it's very confusing. Now when they get together and the mother's emotion is done, everything will be done, and they're gonna be able to put all that into the humans, because I think they're just focused on the mother and the child, and that is enough. That's what I got from the whole point that they're gonna do with the child emotion, not the child, the mother's emotion, is everything is going to repeat. The whole point is going to be for the mother to find the child. They're gonna make the child disappear, run away, hide, however you want to call it, and the mother is going to have to find it, and find it as if a thing, find the child, and that's how they're gonna be able to develop the mother's emotions for the child. So this is where we start right from the beginning, from Anna waking up right there, and the child kind of waking her up. And this is where I will say Anna is acting a little bit different. She's acting more like Hiju, because she's not really showing any emotions, not too much care about the child. It's like, I'm caring about you, but also I don't feel anything, you know. So she's more like Hiju at this point, I'll say. Even her voice is different. Again, I'm guessing it's because they want to develop those emotions of her caring for the child and wanting to find the child and protect the child and all of that. I'm guessing that's why. But you will see a little bit of a shift of how she acts in this kind of second part of the movie, which is how I kind of refer to it, because it is like 2 parts. A different thing from the other one here is the child disappears fairly quick. As soon as they get out of the apartment, he's gone. The both staircases right now are horrible. The other one was only one, this one is both. And also she at some point falls into the water looking for the child, and she's like swimming, looking around. There's this truck that appears behind her in the water, and it's about to hit her, but everything stops, goes orange, and goes back to her being on the floor in one of the hallways, and Hiju is waking her up, kind of, you know, giving CPR and all of that, and she wakes up. Very weird. You see that, and it's like, huh? It will get explained in a second. The explosions happen again. She dies, I guess, but again, everything turns orange. And when did they get up? Where is it? They get transported to another part. It just keeps continuing. It's like this happened that we saw the first part where they're making the child's emotion, but now it's with her. She dies, but then everything turns orange and she wakes up in another part that we already see in the first part with the child development, emotion, and all of that. But now it's with her. So she is able this time to save the child that is on the elevator. She's also able to save this old couple as well, which in the first part she wasn't able to save. This one she's able to do that. Again, she's trying to find the child, so she's just looking in places where the child could be. And at this point, Anna is sort of remembering things from the first part of the movie. She's kind of being like, oh, deja vu. I feel like I have been seeing this before, or I have been here before. Oh, this has happened before in front of me. So she's having deja vu this whole time, and her mind is kind of remembering things here and there. At some point she sees that her phone has a lot of the same drawings that the child has been making on her phone, which is her, and at the back is the helicopter, so it's like the rooftop. And this kind of makes you believe or recognize that this has happened a lot of times. Now, something that you will notice is that she is wearing a white shirt, and the white shirt in the middle has some kind of a symbol and numbers, and every time she like dies and wakes up again, that number is different. It starts in a very low number and it went up to probably more than 20,000, and there's a lot of photos on her phone, so it makes you think, oh, she has gone through this that many times. That is on her shirt, and on the shirt, the number, and she hasn't been able to find the child, because again, when they started this whole thing to develop the mother's emotions, they did say that until she finds a child, they're gonna keep repeating it over and over again. The thing is, she isn't supposed to remember any of this, but she's sort of remembering now, so it's kind of not really working the way that it should work, because she's remembering things. You know, I know I'm making a lot of questions marks here, but again, it's very confusing. It's very confusing. Even with my notes, it's a little bit confusing. So she remembers that the child likes to hide in closets, which we saw a lot at the beginning of the movie. So she goes into the apartment that Hee-ju is like, hey, he's here. She goes into the closet, and we see this back and forth of her dying. People coming, strangling her. She coming again, strangling her. So it's like all of her versions. Every time that she goes there, she always got killed. Except in this one version, she's able to talk to Hee-ju and be like, hey, you're gonna die. Like, she's sleepy. They put her to like sleep in a way, but she still hasn't fallen asleep, and she's able to say that to Hee-ju, and Hee-ju is like, what? So he's able to like contain the security that are, now that I think about it again, there's security trying not letting her find the child. Doesn't make any sense, because the whole point is for her to find the child, to develop the emotions, but there's people here that are not letting that happen. The point is, he knocks all of them out. Done. And they talk, and that's where they're like, hey, like, this is a trap. This is, I'm just gonna be reliving this over and over again. We have done this so many times. We get a compilation of them trying, you know, with guns and trying all different versions to be able to get to what the child is, but the security people hold them back, which again doesn't make any sense, because the whole point is for her to find the child. So I don't know if it is an actual trap, because at some point she's like, oh, this is a trap, and I'm here like, what do you mean a trap? Isn't it the point for her to find the child? Again, maybe I missed it, but that part was very confused. The whole point is that she realizes that the child is in the closet in the rooftop. When in the first part they put the child to sleep and shave the head to get the brain and all of that, she tells the child, hey, wait for me. Do you see the closet behind me? Wait there. I'll be coming back for you. So that's why the child is there. They get together, talk. We are transported 5 years early, and we are seeing that it was Anna's idea. The whole thing of using experiences to create the emotions was her idea. She was like, this is the best thing to do this, and that's why we are seeing the child grow right there. And the whole point was until 5 years old. When the child was 5 years old, the emotions and all of that were well developed, that they could take the child and use that. We also have been seeing a lot of flashbacks of the father dying. It's like the car went underwater and the father was able to save Anna and the child, and he died. So I'm guessing that was part of the experience for the child to get those emotions. That's what I'm guessing. But at the end, she tells Jane, I keep saying the child, I'm so sorry, but I cannot say the name properly. She tells the child to jump in the water. The child does. Again, we get more flashbacks of her working, all of that. She is able to break off or have her let go. The security guys jumps in the water with the child. We see this, like, I'm guessing it's the thing in space that is shutting down In a way, it's what I'm guessing. But while she's jumping in the water, we're seeing something shutting down. I'm guessing it's the whole AI thing that is shutting down. And we see them putting the memories of the child in the child, the memories of her on Anna, with the emotions and everything, and they're thrown into space together. So they let them be together into space, and we see Earth. So I'm guessing they're throwing them into Earth, and they let them be together, and that's how it ends. Was it all AI? Was it the Eisen lab? They never fully explained that whole thing. They mentioned it, explained it very quickly, but I don't think it was a good explanation. What happened to Heiju is another question that I have, because he disappeared. Like, once they both have that talk, like her telling him that he's going to die, they have this talk, and he's like, I am excited to see what you create, and all that. He disappears, and that's like a good chunk of the movie left. It's like the last 15 to 20 minutes left, and he's gone. We don't see him anymore. Again, I'm just confused. So I'm just gonna tell you what I'm confused about. But before I do that, I want to make it clear, this movie is not bad. This movie is really good. I saw a lot of the behind the scenes of how they made this movie, and I can tell it was very hard, very physical, emotional. They were like swimming in the water everywhere. It was a very hard movie to make, for sure. These actors, I have seen them act before, the two main ones, and they do an amazing job. So while I was watching the behind the scenes, I was like, I admire you both, because oh my god, that looks tough to do. So the movie is not bad. I just have questions, that's all, and things to say. So let's go. What I understand is the flood happened that made the human race extinct. So they took whoever was left into space to create humans again using AI, and Anna was part of the whole emotion engine, because they think that is also very important for humans to have, with intelligence and reproduction and all of that. And they are using experiences to replicate those emotions with the child and the mother, because I'm guessing those are the two that they're focusing on, because they never say anything about the father. And all of this is to create humanity again from the beginning, and that the whole simulation was sort of a trap, because everything was happening over and over again. That's my guessing of the story, but also I think I'm missing a good chunk of it. But that's what I understood from it. Now, another thing that can be confused is, because I was seeing things about this movie, I didn't get spoiled much, at least I don't think so. But a lot of people were like, oh my god, the twist on this. I went into like Rotten Tomatoes, and it was very divided. I saw people being like, the twist is so good. I saw other people being like, this movie is not great. You know, it was very divided, the opinions. But a lot of things that I was seeing of people talking about this movie was the twist, and that what was happening was shocking at the end, and the AI thing. Like, I already read about the AI thing, and that being a probably twist, and I was like, okay, well, okay, fine. At least I don't care if I get spoiled things. I'm totally fine. I'm still gonna watch the movie. But at least I had an idea of, okay, there's a twist. Maybe it has to do with AI. Okay, let's see it. I don't know exactly what the twist was, because at first, again, I thought it was the whole AI. I thought they were just going to reveal that everything was AI or something like that. But the AI thing got revealed very early in the movie, when she is asking Heejun, you know, the salty water and all of that, and he mentions AI team, developing team, and all of that. So I'm like, okay, that is not the twist then, because he just mentioned AI and the team, and the whole thing that is happening is for it. So it's not that. So I thought, what exactly is the twist in this movie? Is it when she realizes that this is a trap or something? Or is it the twist, the numbers on the shirt, when they're developing the mother's side of the story? Is it when she gets hurt? Is it when they put her for her to be the one to develop the mother's emotion? You know, like, I was trying to figure out the twist. Or maybe there is no twist and people were just thinking about something specifically for them that is a twist. I don't know. But I was waiting for something. I thought it was the AI thing, but no. About the AI thing, I understand what they wanted to do. Okay. I understand they wanted to show more how powerful the AI can be. That's probably one of the things they wanted to do. But I also feel there are other routes they could have gone to properly have a twist to this movie or to show another thing, and I wrote some down because I got ideas. There was this drama that I saw. What is the name? I wrote the name for a reason because I knew I was gonna forget. Night Has Come is from 2023. It is a drama. I think I watched it in 2024. I didn't watch it when it came out, but I think I watched it the year after. But the whole thing of this drama, I don't remember exactly how many episodes. I should have wrote how many episodes it is. I think it was a longish drama. But the whole point is this class from school is going to this museum. They get this app on their phone about the Mafia game. If you know the Mafia game, a lot of idols play it, but that, and they are starting to be forced to play this Mafia game. The police, the doctors, everything, and they start dying, all of that. And the whole twist at the end, spoilers, I'm sorry, is that it's revealed that it's a virtual reality thing. Essentially, there was this girl that was being bullied that committed suicide, and the parents, as revenge, created this whole technology thing, caught all the children from the class somehow, and put them there to relieve this Mafia game thing as a revenge. And the main character is able to get out of the whole virtual reality thing and talk to the parents and be like, hey, like, let them all go, I'll stay for them. And the parents are like, no. They put her back, and when she comes back like awake again, she's back in the bus, but she remembers everything that happened with the parents of the child and all of that. So that is like the whole thing of that drama. Seeing this movie kind of reminds me of it, so I was like, they could have gone that way. Instead of using the AI, just using technology, like making the technology failing them, or making everything go insane and lose control, and now they're trapped in that whole flood thing that they're using to create the emotions and everything. That's a route that they could have taken. Maybe, again, I don't know if this happened at some point, because again, at some point at the end, it looks like the servers from the AI were kind of shutting off when she was jumping in the water and all of that. They could have made it as if the AI took control over it, and now the AI is just making things up, and they're trying to figure out like what it is. Not using the AI but using the technology, but have like one person fuck it up. That could have been another one. You just still wanted to show AI technology. You can still show how powerful technology is, but you can have somebody fucking it up and be like, oh, what are we gonna do now? Now they're stuck there. And another one that I just had that I wrote down today because I was like, oh, this is another one, is having the technology, right? But then whoever is inside the whole simulation not have any sense of time at all, so they don't know how much time have passed and all of that, and at some point they have to go back, or they're taken up by something and they realize there's like nobody there, and they realize that everything has been taken by the AI because everything took a long time, or the people couldn't be there anymore, or whatever it may be, so they created AI, and now AI is in control and everything is going downhill. I don't know. Again, I just think they either could have gone full technology with it and forgetting about the AI, or mix both and just show like, hey, things can happen here, you know what I mean? The actors did an amazing job. Again, I have seen the main ones, the one that play Hiju and Anna. I've seen them work on other dramas and movies. They're amazing actors. This is about the characters. They're annoying a little bit throughout the movie. I wanted to shake them and be like, please take care of yourself. And again, I understand the whole thing is emotions and everything, but also taking care of yourself and learning how to acting certain things, I think is also important. Because you have Anna packing the suitcase at the beginning. Fuck the suitcase, take your child and run to the top of the building. Fuck it, everything is material, just run and done. Again, carrying the child everywhere. I understand the whole thing is that she has to protect the child, at least at the beginning of the movie, but also it felt a little bit too much sometimes, and I wanted to shake her and be like, the child can run and walk, please do that. Please, if you don't take care of yourself, the child is just gonna die probably. I mean, they could have run the backup data and get him restored again, but still, that is a risky thing. Heejun, my main thing with him is that, one, he's weird, and two, again, I think because he doesn't think emotions are important, that's why his character is the way that he is. Very annoying. But two, he disappears in the last good chunk of the movie. I don't understand what the point of his character was. I don't know if it's just security and done, but I wanted more from his character. If you're gonna put him beside Anna, I need him to do more than what he did and die. I needed more from him. And again, I'm not talking about the actor, I'm talking about the character specifically. I wanted more from it. I don't know what more is, but I needed something else. The child can be annoying at times. Okay, the whole thing of the child going to the apartment just because Ronnie not listening to Anna, I'm like, again, I understand you're trying to develop the child's emotion. You know, the child is 5 years old and all of that. But I think also the child learning how to grasp situations to be like, ooh, if I don't let go of her, we're both dying. I don't want that. I might just let go and actually try to survive. I think that's also very important for whatever human you're gonna use these emotions to learn. It's, again, make him run, make the child run, walk, go upstairs, whatever you need to do. I wanted more from the child. Again, like, I understand the whole thing is the emotions, but please, I wanted more from the child. I would have preferred, in a way, and I just had this idea, and I understand it's the emotions and everything. I would be like, stop, my child, there's a flood, I need you to run with me, because if I carry you, I'm gonna get tired, and we're both going to die. But also, I wish we would have actually seen his emotions developing in this part of the movie, at least in the beginning part, because we just see him being annoying and running away getting into an apartment and done. How about instead, yes, we see that childlike emotion at the beginning, but then the child is developing other emotions in that section of the movie, so we can see the child change and be like, oh, wait, mom, do not carry me, I can walk, come on, just hold my hand. And then just running together. You know, him calling her and be like, mom, here, we can go in here, and they go in together. That would have been also cool, so we as the audience see, oh, things are changing with the child, what is happening here? And then you get the whole explanation about the emotions, so it's like, oh, that's why the child has been changing a little bit. So this whole thing, that would have been cool. It looks like I'm complaining about this movie, which, now that I look at it, it sounds like it. But I do think it's a good movie. I do recommend it for you guys to watch it. It is a little bit complicated, or maybe it's just my brain that couldn't catch some things. But it is a good movie. I just had questions. You know, it wasn't exactly what I was thinking it would be, but it made me have questions still. And I think that's fine. It's okay when we see a movie it's like, this is really good. I just have questions about some of the decisions made. And there's things that I would change to probably make it a little bit more understanding, like more to it, to kind of make it more complete in a way, because it just feels like they try to touch on so many things that a lot of those things do get lost. When they try to explain things, they explain it so quick that it's very hard to grasp what they're explaining to you, and you either have to rewind it and just be like, nope, I don't understand it, but but okay, let's keep going, you know. So there's things here and there that I would tweak so it will be a little bit better to understand. It might be that I just lost things when they were explaining the stuff that they were explaining. That might have been so if anybody knows anything about it, you know, things that I have been missing and all of that, that maybe will make me, you know, understand a little bit more of the movie, you're more than welcome to tell me. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna watch it, please let me know what you think. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing great, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye bye.